Okay, welcome back to the E-Managerial website. Today I wish to share with you how can we protect and prevent the logical boom attack. So before I go through the key preventive control with the 10 item that we going to discuss on the next. So I just describe the background of the logical boom attacks. Logical boom attack purposely fraudster need to set the specific time and date on the malicious code and compile into the thread to execute when the time and date uh, trigger. So the application will destruct or offensive the core system uh, 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 when the stars or when the fraudster have the chance to access the core system without monitoring process. So the logical boom attack normally come from the insider attack, come from the disgruntled employee. When the IT team have the internal conflict between officer and manager role, so they will put the resign the paper to the management to resign. But before they resign, they have the malicious activity to come up with the malicious code to set the specific condition to execute to destroy the database after they leave the organization. This is just a principle of the logical boom attack. So if you are the risk assessor or IT security or IT auditor or IT assurance or IT compliant, so you make sure that the 10 preventive control that I designed based on my experience. I would like to share with you one by one among the 10 of preventive control to make sure that you can protect from the suspicious activity from the insider attack. So the logical boom attack is most likely happen during the tense situation, or we can say the internal conflict between the staff, the IT staff, and supervisor or manager. For example, they in charge in the DBA database administrator, so they can trigger everything related to the core system or core database for the organization. So in case the control environment within the IT department was not tightened, so someday they will coding to compromise or to execute the specific time and condition to destroy the back end. So the mechanism one is a lowest privilege mechanism. Lowest privilege is a originate word, but the next we can say the least privilege. Least privilege and lowest privilege is the same. So when the organization come up with this mechanism, they may use the concept to minimize or access, meaning that the organization need to access the certain role and function, whether the function and role need to access based on the standard or criteria requirement, need to know basis, or need to have basis, or need to access basis. So they they need to request to access the system upon their certain role and their certain function. So the IT security will determine or will measure what is a certain role and what is a function need to access on the critical system or on the certain module that the user need to access. So when you in charge in the asset management or or change management on the system access. So you need to map the user right or privilege from all business user to make sure that we gain the privilege up on the need to know basis or need to have basis based on the function they hold. So for this mechanism can help you to review what is a certain right, what is a certain function that we can gain the privilege up on the function, up on the approval from the line manager. Okay, so the next is segregation OUT. Segregation OUT very important for the for protecting the logical boom attack. For example, in the development team, so we need to segregate what is a development team, what is a testing unit, what is a compiling unit, what is I mean that measure what is a system integrity test before we confirm to deploy or roll out into the production system. So the situation or UT can address which unit or which function can perform. So auditor or risk assessor need to review the audit log, whether the function are in place up on the mechanism we discussed. So the next is a regular security patch update. So this is very important. The mechanism will indicate you to stay up to date for all critical system and network infrastructure, whether the system or network application or network system are up to date, up on the release the patch code to release all vulnerability in the system or in firmware to make sure the vulnerability uh, 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 can protect from the certain antivirus or threat protection. So the patch management will focus on the latest update of the patch code and monitor regularly whether the patch code released properly from the originate website, originate vendor, and ensure the patch processing uh, is no failure during the patch performance. And the custodian need to review the patch transaction whether the endpoint or client server are fully patched for all terminal. And the next is security hardening both network and system. So the security hardening very important for before we go live to the production system. IT security or IT assurance to ensure all security are hardened to the critical function or module on the operating system or on the system that we deploy to the production. So the security hardening will harden whatever that involved with the loophole or vulnerability or flaw of the system to make sure that the attacker cannot to compromise up on the we know the best practice of the loophole. So the security hardening can help the system to minimize all the attack, to minimize all the chance of attack. So the next is a centralized gateway monitoring. This is very important. When we talk the centralized gateway monitoring, the IT security team or IT admin at IT administrator need to monitor regularly, need to check regularly whether the gateway or the access from internal access to the critical function need to address the traffic or the bandwidth. What is a IP come from? What is a blacklist IP? What is a whitelist IP? What is a watchlist IP? What is unknown threat? So whatever with the rule and condition, the IT security team need to be monitor regularly. What is a threat and come from? So the next is watchdog mechanism. Watchdog mechanism is the application, or we can say the integrity or intelligent checker file to spread out for all application to find out what is the system that contain vulnerability or loophole. to identify who is a unauthorized modifier on a certain file or the system. Sometimes the fraudster they include the strap that build the logical boom file to execute when the time and that are trigger to distract the core system or information system for the organization. So when you put this mechanism will help you to understand what is the scheduling of the system that fraudster have the pre-planning to execute the malicious code on the certain application or certain system. So the next is monitoring log file. Normally, the IT security role need to be reviewed uh, based on the critical system. For example, the IDS IPS system, IT security need to check as a weekly basis based on the volume of the transaction, based on the package floating, whether the internal or external transaction. So the log file need to be reviewed properly, review the time, the person, the user ID, the 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 failure, what kind of the failure on the log, what are the successful unlock to be attempt access to the core system. So the monitoring for the log system very important to identify what is strange behavior from access while they perform the server performance check. So the server performance check will carry out by the server management person in charge. They will review every morning to check whether the server status are healthy or not. And in case of the server performance meet the threshold, so the custodian need to report directly to the line manager to notify that the server performance is not good. So the action or remedial action need to be taken up on the result of the report. So this is we can known as monitoring control. So the number 8 is a regular pen test. So this is a very important. The risk assessor or IT security officer or you engage the vendor to conduct the security pen test, whether on network side or on application side or on database side. So you need to include for all to detect promptly what is the gap in the system or in the network. Sometimes the tester did not define the testing scenario properly. So the best practice of the pen test, they will conduct the white box testing. White box testing meaning that they can test what is a pen tester need to understand the existing infrastructure. Also, some certain part did not declare to the pen tester. So the white box testing can include black box testing and white box testing. Sorry, this is a gray box, not white box. Gray. Gray box testing. Gray box testing means they are combined together between white box and black box. So to address the loophole and flaw of the existing critical system or application. So the next is cyber security incident handling procedure. This procedure can support the crisis in case of the external attack. For example, DDoS, worm, or Trojan, or whatever that are involved with the external attack vector. We are the SYN flood attack. So the procedure will describe what is activity can recovery on the critical system with the acceptable timeline that present properly in the MTD, maximum tolerable downtime, to ensure that the business can resume up on the certain period of recovery plan. So the system recovery or contingency plan need to ensure that the plan will include the incident security handling to provide the specific what is a kind of attack from external factor. So the last mechanism is an automated checkpoint system. This is also the preventive or detective from logical boom attack, whether the fraudster attempt to compromise to execute the threat without the improper validation process within the IT security environment. So this approach can help IT security team or can help the IT independent review team like the IT assurance or IT compliance to address any type of threat or both local and external attack factor when they are being compromised or exploitation to the critical system. So the 10 mechanism you should consider to make sure the logical boom attack can be minimized or the chance of attack, meaning that the control are workable. So we need to test all mechanisms that I mentioned early to make sure all the mechanism is workable and report to the management as a regularly basis. So thank you so much for watching my video. Please like and share this video.